went down and I did an entire inventory, a metal inventory sheet from the rear door back. Pretty much all the double cab specific items. There's two companies I normally use. I normally use Wolfsburg West. They've always been really great. I never had any problem with them. The parts are really, you know, they all work and they come super fast. But I've never got any of the metal work from them. So I did a little researching. Some people, I'm trying to figure out, you know, Wolfsburg West or Classic Fab. Classic Fab is the green panels. Some of you guys may know them guys. But that was the two companies I was going to use. But because of the coronavirus, Wolfsburg West has actually closed down their whole facility. So you're not getting nothing. Well, I called Classic Fab and their website, you can't buy stuff from them or whatever. Well, I ended up calling them. There's a guy that answered, not sure what his name was, but he is from Classic Fab, and he actually told me, he goes, we actually are shut down or limited employees right now. He goes, but if you give me a list, I can actually see if we have everything in stock you need, and I'll actually ship it out to you. So I guess that's the route I'm going to have to take. Nothing wrong with Classic Fab, nothing wrong with Wolfsburg West. It's just I was going to order some of the Classic Fab, because Classic Fab is one of the, they make some double cab parts that they're the only ones that I know of that make. The separation panel on the back, the sides that go down the perimeter on the top of the bed, the cargo floor. They're the only company I know of that makes it. So I was going to order all those specific parts that is unique to them. All throughout, I was going to order all those, and I was going to order all the other stuff to Wolfsburg West. But that kind of changed everything. So this morning, I sent my entire list to Classic Fab, to the sales there, and I'm waiting for that email to come back. I'm hoping we can still make that happen, because if not, then I'm kind of like a dead still on actually getting metal. I do still got to get, there's still more work to be done. I gotta get the doors off, that door, I gotta rip out the entire dash, all the instrument clusters, the wire. I'm ripping everything. If it ain't bolted down in some shape, form, or fashion, I'm taking it out. And once I get all that, I'm trying to sync up with the dustless blasting guy. He's gonna come out here and he's gonna dust it, dustless blast it. But also right behind that, he told me there's a 72-hour buffer zone. So after he does all the stuff and I dry it, I have 72 hours, depending on humidity and stuff like that. Could be shorter or longer, but it's been raining here a lot, so I kind of feel like that window is going to be a little shorter. But I have to get it sealed. I have to spray it all and get it sealed up in that little time frame, that little window I'm going to have. So I'm trying to keep everything. I'm trying to keep the train rolling. Trying to get the parts, the metal ordered parts. So maybe it might take them a week or two to get here. But then I got the dustless black guy. So I'm trying to get this all like ducks in a row the best I can. Of course, Corona is question marking everything. But no, I think I'm just gonna keep on trucking on. Do what I can do. So make it sure the holdup's not on me because I didn't do something. So I think today I'm going to take that door off. I'm going to take the other door off if I can. I may go through the dash components, and then there's the tank in the back. There's these little fuel separator panels. Let me go here. I'll show you. There's this little wall right here, right here in a truck. Like I said, this is actually in the truck. It actually goes underneath it right here. But there's these little panels right here. So what that does is when you're actually in the truck, open the door. When you're actually in the truck, those little panels there. So I need to take those panels off. And I can actually go ahead too, now I'm sitting here looking at it, I can go ahead and take this cargo floor out. Because one, it's just in the way. I don't want the guy to be dustless blasting that because it's toast. I mean, it's all scattered. So I actually can do that. But I need to take all that stuff off, get it going, and then I can get the fuel tank out, and then I can clean up all little stuff like here. This little battery tray, I'm just gonna go ahead and just take it out. It's It's barely in there anyways. So I think that's gonna be the plan today. Take that little thing off, get the door off. I still got the shifter link, got the emergency brake. I got both of the pedals to do. Like I said, there's the dash. This actually comes off. Of course, that little thing around there goes off. The switches, handles, this. I could take all this stuff out. This is the headliner, which is, as you can see, like really brittle. I could take this little guy out. There's a bunch of little components in there. I could take all those out. I'm going to try to bag and tag everything I can. But now, I guess let's try to take this door off. It shouldn't be too bad, from what I can remember. But let's get it done. Not too bad. I can tell this right here is loose. This one up here is a little loose, but it's got these little covers on there. Like a little, I guess, protectors, but they're all crunchy, so I'm gonna just take them off. In theory, let's just take these 4 screws off and it should come off. But as Lesson has told me, they never hardly ever come out. If they do come out on just coming out, it'd be nice. I actually had to buy a tool. I think it's like a punch impact. I had to find it again because I packed it and I need to find it again. But let's see if I can get it. I just found it. Alright, I got this tool. This tool is a, I can put bits in there, like it's a Phillips bit, and you flip it either way, and what it is designed so when you hit it with the hammer, you can put a lot of pressure on something, and when you hit it with the hammer, it torques just a little bit. It just moves it just ever so much. So you can hit it, and then once it'll kind of, it'll impact it, and then it'll turn it at the same time. So it really helps trying to get these stubborn things out. So that's what I'm gonna do. See if I can get the right bit. It's kind of tricky to figure out which way is actually off and on because you have to play with it a little bit. As I suspected, they're always a pain in the butt to get off. Problem is there's a lip right here, so you're trying to hit this, but then I mean you can't even get a screwdriver in there straight. Honestly, I don't know why they did this, because like it hits that lip, so you're constantly fighting this lip. So I don't know, it's really weird how they did that or why they did that. To me, they should have had like a little divots or something right here where you can actually come straight at it and be able to attack it like that. But on the top it's a little better, but not a lot. I gotta get crafty on that one. All right. What we try doing the front. So the front's got, there's four here, and there's 1 here, 2, and then the actual 4th one is on this side. But these you can actually get straight out. These are the only two that are kind of a weird angle here, so alright. Found my torch. Try to put a little heat on it. That worked. Look at that. Shoot. I'm gonna have this little process going. I'm gonna have to do every single one of them like this, but I can do that. I think I saw it move. And it did. Yay. I'll hold the door. There she is. That's it, door's off. Let's get this, this, a torch, a hammer, and you. But I really didn't want to drill it out because you always run the risk of messing up the threads and stuff on it. But in this case, I think the threads are jacked up anyway, so I guess it really doesn't matter. I got that one off. Yay! See, this one looks good. With the, yeah. What it is, there's a, what it is, I don't know if you can see it in here. There's a keeper back there. So, it's kind of, there's a little keeper back there. And see, the bolts go through these holes over here. The hinge slides through there. And then it goes through and catches the little keeper back there. Well, that little keeper is good on this one. But down here, there's a little square in there. It's probably hard for you guys to see. I don't know if you'll be able to see. I'm trying to put the light here, but the light here, it's broken. You might can see it right now. It's broke up in there. You can kind of see it right there. It's broken. So what it does, it allows that piece to be bounced around and all that stuff. So this one looks fine, but then what I'm gonna have to do is once I get in there, I'm gonna mess with that. So what I'm gonna try to do right now is, because I flattened that out right there. That's the only way I can get in there like that. So I'm gonna get my crescent wrench. I'm gonna try to strengthen it out the best I can. I'll be able to do a little more once I'm in there. But I like to try to fix it. I really didn't want to do that to it, but so see if I can do this. Kind of came out too bad. What I could do is I'll get like a piece of metal and I'll hammer this all out, but that should be fine. But okay, so we got the door off, this door off, and I think while I already have the blow torches out and all that stuff, I'm gonna try to get these off. They're these little these actually hold the gates on. Here's actually one where this is actually supposed to be in the gate, and that. So I'm gonna try to do that real quick. See if I can get that knocked out while I have everything sitting here. So just like the door. That one, the whole bracket's messed up on it. So, got that. I can go ahead and take out the fuel separator. Like these little flaps right here. I may try to go that, but you can see that whole metal thing is gone. So I may try to take that out, May try to take the fuel tank out. If I can get those out, then that's what I end up doing. They look like just regular old Phillips screws, which I don't know if those are the original screws, but let me grab my screw gun and we'll go from there. Oh, there's one more right there. Okay. Well, easier than I thought, but that panel, I can tell it's not in the best of shape. I don't know if I can buy those. I may have to repair that one. Let me switch hands with you guys. Of course, one comes out and the other one's stubborn. That always seems to be the case. I like to get that panel out, this panel out, get the fuel tank out of there, and I'd probably actually start ripping up the rest of the cargo floor. Get it cleaned up. Try and get all the stuff that I know that doesn't really matter. I don't want to take off all the metal before the dustless guy's gonna come in, because I only want to take off, like when I'm repairing this section, I only repair this one section, take it off, everything else. Because my fear is if you start taking off every panel, it loses a lot of its rigidity, rigid, or whatever you can call it, and it'll mess everything up. So I want to take this portion off, put it back on there, weld it all back up, get its strength back, and then do another section. But the floor is one of those things where it has nothing to do with the body panels on the outside, and there's plenty of structures on it's got all these beams. It's got all these beams here, so I'm not too worried about it. So I may try to go ahead and I need to go ahead and take that out. Yeah, I really was hoping the panels would come out, but let me get these panels out of here. I don't know how I'm gonna get them out, because I really don't want to destroy that panel very much, because I have never seen them for sale. Of course, as soon as I say that, they're going to be on the sale for Samba, but can't buy them new. If I can buy them new, I just buy them new, because they're pretty crusty on the ends and stuff. But yeah, let's see if we can go from there. Two panels. God, there's like a lot of it. Alright. That's looking better. Got all that out of there. There's so much junk that's in there. But a lot of the stuff I can order, like these little plates, these are special plates for the this is where the fuel tank sits. There's another plate over there. Another one here. They, of course, they're all rusted out, of course. This is one piece I'm a little worried about. This piece right here. I can get this piece all day long, but this piece, I haven't seen it for sale anywhere. I haven't seen used ones. Of course, I don't think a lot of people, I mean, I guess maybe, I don't know. I haven't seen them for sale, period. Used, abused, new, halfway, nothing. That piece and this piece. I got the separation panel, but there's this little piece of metal that you can see where it's chewed up a little bit. Unless that's all part of the separation panel. Now, if that's all part of the separation panel, that's awesome. But I'm not sure if it is or not. So I'll have to figure that out. I'm gonna buy a new one, so that's one of the little things is when I get a new part, I can actually see what it comes with, because it may come with it, and then I can it'll kind of piece itself together than when I actually see a brand new piece in front of me. Because when it's all crusty and rusty, it's kind of hard to determine what's what, and it kind of blends all together, and you kind of lose track of where goes where. Let's do that. So guess we can work on this floor a little bit, but I can tell you right now, this floor is not easy. It is a pain in the butt. It is definitely a pain in the butt. And it's like, everything is like super sharp. Once you try to take your fingers off, everything. So, and that's another piece that I haven't been able to find. But if all else comes to fail and I can't find those pieces or whatever, I can just make them out of General Metal. It's not going to be original by any means, but it's hidden because this is all going to be under your seat, so really no one's going to see this unless they lift up the back seat, get a light, look underneath there, pop their head underneath there. That's the only way they're really going to tell that this is not original. But it's just one of the things I'm just going to have to deal with, honestly. But let's see if I can get some of this metal out, and I guess we'll go from there. Now what I don't know is if the plasma cutter. I can probably may can get the plasma cutter, but I've never really. I've heard that plasma cutter on metal. I'm pretty sure that's what I heard. Plasma cutter on metal or rusty metal doesn't do very good. So I guess there's only one way to find out, but I'm gonna try to mess with it a little bit longer, see if I can kind of mess with it and see what I can come up with. The problem you have in here is you can't just get a sawzall and just go across here, because there's all these cable guides for the brakes and emergency, you know, the shifters and the throttle. So you can't just cut because you'll end up doing, because I actually nicked one of them. I can't remember where I did it, but I remember I nicked one. Oh, right here. I nicked it and I was like, oh man. So I have to be really, really careful because of, yeah, I wish there was nothing underneath it. I would just cut through it, just cut on both sides and just peel it out to the center. But unfortunately, it's not that easy. Yeah, I don't know. I thought about actually getting my cutting wheel, and because I can control, just I want to have to be real careful, but just cut it just right along the just outside this beam, this little support beam right here, on each section, and just barely cut through it, and then get the main portion out of the floor, and then I can come back later and just peel that strip out. Maybe that's the best way to do it. It's a lot of elbow grease getting this stuff out, because every little ridge is tacked. Some hold and some don't, so it's a real pain in the butt, really. So yeah, let me try to figure this out.